When Thomas Jefferson went to Hong Kong in 1995 for a research project about the Chinese white dolphins, there was no trace of this species, as they were long considered extinct and found nowhere else in the world.
And we now know that that's not true. They're a population of a fairly wide-ranging species that occurs all the way from Southeast Asian waters all the way through into central China. Has a much larger range than we originally envisioned.
From his base in Southern California, Jefferson frequently visits Hong Kong to collect data going back nearly 3 decades, showing a decline in their population, which correlates to economic development, marine traffic, and pollution in the area.
The Chinese white dolphins, they need to use acoustics, underwater acoustics, to hear their world. So they listen for mates, they listen for socialization, for feeding, for navigation, and so on. They do this all with acoustic signals. And when we have intense vessel traffic, and particularly the high-speed ferries, that's very disorienting and disturbing for the animals.
The slowdown of commerce and tourism during the coronavirus pandemic led to more sightings of the rare mammals and allowed the scientific community to learn about their patterns.
So once the fast ferries have stopped, it's become easier to see dolphins within the area where the fast ferries used to travel. And not only are we seeing them more easily, we're also seeing them engage in behaviors that we didn't observe frequently before. So behaviors like feeding and behaviors like socializing, interacting with one another.
The current research by Jefferson and his team is focused on using the best available scientific information to develop a long-term conservation management plan.
We want to try to find a balance between, the human activities that, of course, society wants us to do, like building a new airport and bridges and things like that, but also making sure that we leave room for the dolphins. And although there's been progress, as I said, there's still a lot more work that needs to be done to make sure that we can get to a point where we can have a healthy dolphin population in the long term.
That would not only enhance the biodiversity in the area, but also present other economic opportunities like tourism. Ediz Tiyansan, CGTN, Los Angeles.